Hello, this is Rob from Rob Talks. Today I'd like to talk to you about something that may even be accurate or occurred to you as to when you have your personal belongings and then you have all the things that are organized, especially in your room. What do you feel when somebody offers to do something that may be different in your thoughts and in your room and how you would want to rearrange something? Do you feel uncomfortable? Does it make you feel anxious? Does it even make you feel angry? Well, I'm asking these questions because, in a way, especially with a person with autism, is when somebody offers to do something that you don't necessarily want to do. As a grown-up, you're allowed to make decisions, whereas a kid you may have to go by with what your parents tell you to do. But this is also a way for children too, because in a room, they can experience and they can create their visions of how they want toys and stuff around in their rooms and how they want them to be in certain areas. For a person with autism, especially at a younger age, it could be pretty challenging actually. If you think of it as like having books that are stacked up around and you may have them organized, and if somebody breaks your pattern or breaks something that goes off of it, you may even feel a bit awkward or comfortable in a way. So with that being said, and what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to when you feel that way, it's best to hear the person out the first time. If they don't want to have them be shown, or if they don't want them in a certain position, listen to them, because they have boundaries, they have priorities of how they would want them to have, and it's okay. But if you don't if you don't listen and you just go by with what your offer is, like, come on, I want to do it this way too. No, because that could trigger a brain hiccup, especially for a person with disability. So if you think of it this way, and this is like one of my old videos where we talked about brain hiccups. So say that if you want to change the channel, or you want to change certain toys on a shelf, ask them. Ask them so that way there's no miscommunications, by asking them just like you would with anyone when you want to borrow something. Ask them personally, well, how do you feel about me changing the cable? Do you want it to be like that, or do you want a certain toy to be in this spot instead? Then it gives them time to think about and process it, and then they can decide yes or no on what they want the change to be. But if you just go ahead and you do it and you insist that you want them to change it, that's just going to make it feel uncomfortable. Our hearts would pound too fast, and it may even come across as we tend to get rude. So I wouldn't want that to happen. So do favors by just asking ahead of time, or let them acknowledge and decide on what they want to have. That way there's no miscommunications, there's no reactions, and then it won't get a big blow up from a person with autism, especially at a younger age. With younger age, they cannot be able to process well, and then they can not decide. So it's best to show them physically, what do you see here? Okay, do you want the book to be here? But with a grown-up, they're able to process and regulate their emotions. But with a child, it's best to just let them show, and then show what you want them to do so they can process, and then they can decide later on, especially at an early age. So the bottom line is just do your favor and then just ask ahead, and don't go by with what you want to, because remember, you have a boundary, they have a boundary, and then they can decide on if they want to, and it's all part of the game. So that goes with Rob Talks today, and please like and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!